And this summer, I participated in Energy, Past, Present, and Future with professor and seminar leader Gary Bredvig. I developed a curriculum unit titled Virginia's Energy, the Past, Present, and Future Will Blow You Away for my fourth graders. The curriculum unit is interdisciplinary and connects Virginia studies and science by looking at how Virginia uses its geography and natural resources to harness energy. It focuses on wind energy and the huge project taking place off the Virginia coast. I am fortunate and honored to have one of my students here today to represent our class, room 205. Oleksandr Aleksashyn moved to the United States in September 2022 from Kiev, Ukraine, with his mom and older brother. I'll say Kirill because I taught him too, and he's a part of this. In Sasha's words, he knew about 20 words of English when he came to Richmond. Now, Sasha will share his experience with the curriculum unit with you. Sasha?
All right.
Good morning. My name is Oleksandr Aleksashyn. I'd like to thank my mom for bringing me and allowing me to come. I would also like to thank my teacher for choosing me and for organizing my trip. Thank you to the Yale National Initiative for inviting me to speak, and for you for coming to listen. As you already know, we are working on a project with wind energy. We started talking about how people make energy using their natural resources. Virginia started making energy with coal. Long ago, they got most of their resources from the Richmond coal field, which was also the first one in the United States. Today, Virginia uses nuclear energy and hydroelectric energy. Virginia is really good for offshore wind energy. Virginia has excellent resources to be the supply chain hub for the wind energy project along the whole East Coast. That is why we focus on learning about wind energy. One of the first activities we did with wind was making sail cars. Each group designed the sail with the same material. We trimmed the rectangular material into different sized sails. Then, we attached the sail that was glued to the car. Then, we went to the auditorium and used a fan to make wind. The car with the biggest sail won the race 2 times. If the sail was too high, the car flipped over. If they were too low, it didn't move well. Then, we read some passages and books to learn about wind and fossil fuels. A few facts about energy that I learned from the book were that wind energy never runs out, but there isn't always wind. People build wind farms because one turbine won't make enough energy to provide electricity to multiple homes. In the Ukraine and Europe, there are lots of wind farms on land. So, because I saw many wind farms when I was in Ukraine, I had a connection to the unit. After that, we jumped into the main project. We made model windmills, or wind turbines, out of everyday materials. We started off with a box and a large piece of paper. We rolled the paper into a tube, and my teacher taped it with duct tape to make it stable. Then, she taped it to the box also with duct tape. Next, we made a drawing how we were going to construct the wind turbine. After we had a plan, we could start building. We made blades out of paper plates. Everything was going well. We started working with our motor, but then we had a problem. We attached the blades to the hub, which was a cardboard circle. Then, we put it on the motor, and it wasn't moving. Because we are scientists, we solve problems. We put masking tape on both sides of the hub where the hole was. It worked fine, but then we had another problem. The hub was a little wonky. It was not spinning evenly. Then, we returned to square one, which was making a new plan. We made a new hub and new blades. We made the blades out of a harder material and the hub out of ketchup cups. We covered the ketchup cup with duct tape to make it stronger. We put the blades aside and worked on stabilizing the pole. Our teacher showed us some ways that turbines are made more stable. We looked at our resources and made a plan. Our group chose to make theirs stronger by taking dowels and hot gluing paper triangles on both sides of the hub where the hole was. Other groups made theirs more stable by taking paper cups and making a hole in the middle and putting the pole in the hole. Our plan with the turbine is to first make the blades spin with a battery and a motor. But our goal is to reverse everything and let the blades spin the battery and create electricity to light an LED. But the blades didn't spin fast enough, so we had to go back to square one again. This time, our teacher brought in already designed turbine blades from Amazon. We noticed that the blades were spinning clockwise and were attached to the motor stick. They were also really short, curved, and light. After that, we designed new blades that were shorter and lighter than the last ones. My group made them out of handles of plastic spoons. We made the hub out of the bottom of a plastic cup. When we tested it, it spun clockwise and extremely fast, but the light would only flicker. Then, we tried it one more time using the bottom of a plastic cup. We cut small blades like the one from Amazon. Then, I bent the blades to a small angle and attached it to a motor. I tested it, and finally, it worked. My group was so excited that my friend Griffin yelled around the classroom, "Let's go!" and pushed me to celebrate. And right now you might be wondering, what about all the ocean life? Well, engineers use special materials to stabilize the wind turbine in the ocean to prevent erosion. Those materials help create artificial coral reefs. So, we added that to the project to show that wind turbines provide home for fish. It's cool to note that the future of offshore wind energy will also help make a brighter future for marine biodiversity. Then, our teachers told us that we were going to make one of the critters move with robotics. I was really excited. She gave us some instructions and gave us an example with colored LEDs. Next, we played with some of the robotics. My group chose to use a servo, which moves at different angles. With the servo, we made a fish pop out of its home and back 3 times. This unit taught me and my classmates lots of new things about wind energy. This unit was one of the best units I have ever done in my life because we designed, created, and used electronics to make a working wind turbine. We learned so much about wind energy and how it creates electricity and helps the earth in 2 ways. 1, it doesn't produce carbon dioxide, and 2, it creates new habitats for marine life. This unit was different from any unit I have ever done in my life. I have never worked with reversing motors. It really isn't that complicated. I've never thought of making a functional wind turbine in a marine ecosystem out of simple materials. This was a fun and educational unit. I'm still astonished that my teacher thought of making this. Thank you, and let the future blow you away.